things challenges up ahead. One, pipeline fighting against. Dakota Access, that's one that's been pretty big in activist circles. Another one is the Spectra AIM pipeline. That one is going to go underneath and around the Indian Point nuclear power plant facility. A third one that's also in the New York metro area is called Pilgrim Pipeline, which is it's an extension of what's called the Iroquois pipeline, and it's going to go right along the New York State Thruway, winding its way around that. So that's another big problem that needs to be fought against. I'm going to include links to those below in this video. A third challenge is election integrity of these upcoming elections. What is needed really is for people who can do this to, I'm not really a hacker, to put it mildly, with the way my hands are, I'm lucky if I could just play and use a computer properly. Although I've started to use computers when I was about 6 or 7, the way my hands are messed up orthopedically, the arthritis and everything, no. What we really need is, in essence, to get people to basically shut down all of the machines. Now, most parts of this country, I think actually all of them, in terms of the electronic machines, for the places that don't have machines that run on paper first, scanning it in, there are backup ballots, and if not, people can always switch to everyone voting, at least using the affidavit paperwork and then getting more of those. Yes, it's going to kind of be a mess that way in places like Florida, but it's still very much possible to get that done. Then there's the concept of, but everywhere, the Diebold machines, okay, most of those again are paper-based, and then you scan them in, and that's where they're hackable, and your votes can be flipped. So if they're shut down, everyone with a paper that you scan in, then really what you're doing is you're just putting the machines, the ballots that you filled out into the machines, just stacking them in, and then they can be hand counted later. And then, whereas the 3 pipelines, it's a matter of, in terms of Dakota Access, the encampment and funding and helping fund for that and helping go there. The other 2, it's basically pipelines. It's about a matter of, at the moment, I don't think there's any actual occupation of the area, physical sites, but it's a matter of, I know with the Spectra AIM, there's still time to petition. Food and Water Watch has a petition that's going around about that, and you could call your legislators about that, and really anyone throughout the country can call and lodge a complaint and write letters, and because there's still a comment period, so really everyone across the country, you don't need to physically come here or give supplies. It's letter writing and it's calling in, so therefore that's something that pretty much across the country you don't need to come. It's a lot lighter a weight task, so therefore to me it's something that a lot more people can do. And that's why I'm going to include the links to that and encourage everyone to call up. And then there's the March for Democracy. It's in DC on October 23rd that I'm helping plan. I'm the person that's creating the map. At the moment, there's just, to me, it's a preliminary sketch more than anything of the approximate route of the march, which is around the reflection pool in the mall, Washington Mall, and so it's a huge oval, basically. Okay, And so we're going to have seats every roughly 350 to 400 feet, seating areas. I'm within the next, by October, I think by October 4th or 5th, I'm definitely going to have travel down there, because, at the latest, maybe even the 2nd, because I have to make sure that something that's for people with disabilities, bathrooms are actually a critical thing that often gets missed. I want to make sure that that's not missed for this. So that they will be accessible, bathrooms will be listed on the map at that point, so that everyone knows where that is. I know I have balance problems, so that's, again, I mean, some people say, oh, you don't want to talk about it. No. It's a real issue. It has to be taken care of, and it will be. Then, in terms, and then, of course, there is the longer term issue of uniting this country. Stopping the labels of progressive, conservative, Republican, Democrat, libertarian, all of these different labels that people seem to get caught up upon, that really, they don't mean a heck of a lot anymore. To some degree, libertarian and green mean a little bit, but there's so much overlap, and I'm tired of seeing people falsely separated. Again, folks, the progressives are not going to take over the world. The libertarian or the country, they're not going to save it. The libertarians aren't either. The conservatives aren't either. The Green Party isn't really either. All of them are parts of the whole. All of them overlap a ridiculously large amount when you get down to the actual people involved. And definitely in the case of the Republicans and the Democrats, they're being completely, at their core, in terms of their leadership, bought by what some call the 1%, by what some people call the political class, and what by some people call the corporatists, or the corporations. They're all the same thing. They're all roughly the same 200 to 600 people on the planet. 600 to 800 maybe tops once you include all of their family members of all of these folks. But at the 600 mark, I think you're including like children under the age of 7. So, you've got to, and therefore people have to understand that while it seems like it's endless and that it's a problem that can never or can't hope to be solved, it can be. The problem, though, is that you need to get everyone to work together and see beyond the labels, see beyond the differences, how wonderful everyone else is, and how wonderfully similar the world that we want in our future really is. Thanks. Shalom.